Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'll be doing a review of the Syma X13 Storm, which is Syma's newest micro quadcopter. As you can see, they went with the very similar design to the X11 with the geared props, as you can see there, so that makes it a lot more efficient to get longer flight times. And let's start right off with, this comes in, show you here, white, black, and red. I have the red edition, and I've also seen a green version on geekbuying.com, and it runs for about $30. I'll have a couple links below. You get a bag of spare props and a USB charging cable. You get the very nice box. I really like this box. The instruction manual that is actually not too bad. I mean, obviously it's translated Chinese into English, but I was able to understand all the features to figure out how to do everything on the remote. And you get a very small battery. This is a 200 milliamp hour LiPo, one cell, 3.7 volt, and it has this very common little white connector on the end. And that's kind of really weird how they choose such a big quadcopter and yet a 200 milliamp hour battery. That's only double the world's smallest battery, but yet this gets, with the prop guards on, you get about 7.5 minute flights, and with it off, you get about 8-minute flights. So the prop guards take about 30 seconds of flights off. And if you'll notice from the picture, they have it, the back is down, but I've switched the props. I put the white in the front and the black in the back. You just switch them diagonally. And I did that because you can't really see the black too well. And I just prefer white in the front. And also, it's kind of weird. You can see that they put these little, whatever you want to call it, this little design in the paint with the black towards the back and the white towards the front. But they had the prop switch, so I don't know why they did that, and yet they still have those lines there, so I don't know. And the battery takes about 45 minutes to charge with the stock charger, so it's probably about a 300 milliamp hour output. And I'm just charging it with my hobby grade charger at 0.5 amps, and it gets it done in about half an hour. The transmitters, they're pretty much regular Syma style transmitter. They're Xbox. It's not too much. It's not the best for pinchers, but I'm a thumb flyer. But there's little rubber pads on here that do come off, and then you expose a screw, so you might be able to find some extensions to fit on there. And you have 4 buttons on each side. The middle buttons are just fake. And now this transmitter has a couple different functions. So let's start off. First of all, let's show you how the battery goes in. There's a little clip here. You pull that back, and the battery door just opens up. And you can see it's really nice, and I have it, the leads come out of up top, and I pull it down across towards the front, and then that sticks up. And this is pretty much a specific battery to fit in here. I can't fit any of my other batteries in there. So you're stuck with this, and there's no replacements available. And then I plug it in, so I plug it in like that, and stick that in. And I push these wires down along the extra side room, and leave the plug sticking up a little bit like that. And then when you close the door, it's because it's a little bit loose in there, but if you put the plug on top, it pinches it just a tiny bit, but enough to keep it stable so it doesn't shake around at all. And there is actually an on-off switch on this one, which is really nice. There's an on-off switch back here. Turn that on. You can see you have nice lights. Let's turn the remote on. You can see you have blue in the front, white on the sides, and red in the back, so that's pretty nice. And let's go over the transmitter functions. So let's turn this off, because there's one mode that if you press and hold the left bumper button, or the left button here, and turn it on at the same time, you hear 3 beeps. And what that does is it recenters all the trims. And then there's another way, if you want to change it, it automatically comes in mode 2, but if you want to change it to mode 4, you press and hold this button over here, the right one, and turn it on. You can hear it gave a different beep. And now it's in mode 4 with my yaw on the right stick and my left-right pitch on the left stick. And to change it back, you just do it again. And then it goes back to regular. And if you want to reset the accelerometer, you put both sticks down and to the right. You can see the lights blink. They blink fast. And if you want to, this has headless mode. And the cool thing about this headless mode is you set it at the beginning and it remembers it the whole flight. So say you set it and then you're far off flying, you can just kick it into headless mode and then pull back on the stick and it comes back to you because it remembers the original base heading. It doesn't set it where you had it. So this can work as a return to home. And to set headless, just to calibrate headless, put both sticks down to the left. You can see the lights blink slow. And then to go into headless, you press and hold the left bumper button. It'll beep a couple times telling you it's in headless. And then entirely throughout the headless flight, the lights will very slowly flash. So this wouldn't be too good at night because you'd lose your orientation. And to go out of headless, you press and hold again. That gives you a long beep there. Now you're out of headless. You can see the lights are solid. And to change from low to high rates, you click the left bumper once. You can hear 2 beeps. That means high rates. 1 beep is low rates. And to do a flip, you have to either be giving input and then click it, or hold and then give it to do a flip. And the flips are actually really nice and tight. I'm actually surprised by how little the battery is and the geared props about how much power this has. But the yaw is pretty slow. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. So the yaw is pretty slow. So that limits what you can do indoors. And the pitch is pretty low also, which is kind of weird how they give this a ton of power, but they wouldn't give it fast yaw and fast pitch. And I've also noticed Frequent Flyer, he just got this as well, that he said, I noticed this flying, if you're giving full forward pitch, and Quadcopter 101 has found this in some of the big Syma models, slowly as you're going forward, the accelerometer, if you're just going forward, it'll slowly level out until it's hovering, even though you're still giving full stick, and then when you let go, it'll tilt back, and then realize it's not level, and then it'll go back. But there's some accelerometer issues with this. Like sometimes if I would be doing a high rates funnel, it'll just sometimes like go crazy and just fly off in the other direction. And also when I give full throttle and full pitch to go as fast as I can, sometimes it do like a giant, like 30-foot looping flip, but stay upside down. And if I kill throttle and give it back, it'll stay for a second and then it'll flip back over and keep flying. So I'm not really sure what's up with the accelerometer on this. But yeah, because if you get too fast with it and try and do some stunts, it doesn't really like it. However, this flips super fast. Like I can't do it, but it flips super fast. So if you do the flip and then cut throttle like right here as it's flipping, you can do at least triple flips with this. This thing flips so fast and it steadies itself out pretty nice. Let's see, it actually gains a little bit of height while doing flips. And the prop guards, they're okay. I mean, most of the time you find yourself you're going against the wall, and then it will just go like that and suction against the wall. Like it doesn't want to bounce off, it'll just suction down. So they're not really worth it. I mean, they only take off 30 seconds, but I mean, they're okay. And the transmitter, like I said, feels pretty nice. I've probably been getting 70 meter range with it about, so a good range for what it is. Like I said, 28 bucks on eBay. And this is a little bit bigger than a micro, but smaller than a mini. As you can see, here's a comparison to the Hubsan X4 frame. You can see it is bigger. So it's a good unique size. I like the unique design. I like the on-off switch. The only problem this has is, like I said, the accelerometer whacking out sometimes, but I'll see if I can show you that in the flight. So that's about all I have to say. It's really, really stable, really quiet, nice long flight times. I do recommend it. It's just you can't get too crazy with it or else it will go crazy, but it's really durable. So yeah, let's go check out the flight now. Okay, here we are with the indoor flight of the Syma X13 Storm, their newest micro quadcopter. So let's turn it on, and I will take you for a flight, and I'll start off in low rates. And as you can probably hear, the gear props have a unique sound to them. And I'm going to take it down, and I'm going to reset headless mode, which is right there, and I'm going to reset the gyro right there, just to see if I need any trim. Yep, I need a little tiny bit of trim. But it's very stable, just like most other Syma models. Hands off. A little bit of throttle management's needed. You see there? I'm just managing the throttle. But that's really stable. And it's actually very quiet, and I really like the sound of it. So there's full yaw rate. It does not change low to high rates. It's full yaw, so as you can see, it's pretty slow. Just like all the Syma models. I don't know why they don't make it faster. But there's full rates. You can hear I'm changing. It's just, that's the yaw rate. So now let's do, here's full pitch. There's full pitch and low rates. And I'm getting a little bit of that gyro weirdness I'm talking about, like it's fighting me right there. You can see that. And then here's high rates pitch. You see, it's a little bit weird. The gyro's just kind of, whoop. You see that? I don't know if that might have been off camera, but it just dive bombed. So I'm not too impressed with the gyro on the, it just did it again. I was just going back and forth. Let's try and test the prop guards here quick. See, they do work fairly well. A little harder. That's like I said there. If you hit it hard enough, they'll just smash in. So yeah, well, let's do a flip real quick. A couple flips. You can see really nice flips. That's one of the best things about this quad. It does super nice flips. Oh, the gyro's fighting me again. It's just weird. They like programming issues, I think. But yep, that's about it. Whoop, that wasn't me. It just felt like dive bombing again. So I'm not too impressed with this. I mean, I do like it quite a bit. It's just that the gyro on it. So now I'll take the prop guards off real quick to do another little indoor test. So let's go check that out. Okay, as you can see, I have the prop guards removed now. So let's take it up again. And I'll show you, I forgot to do this in the first review, but as you can see, that's not even full battery, and this has quite a bit of power to it. So I'm surprised with the geared props that it has that much power. But it flies a little bit more nimble, and I think it may freak out less. The accelerometer might freak out less without the prop guards on, just without the added weight. I don't know, it might work better, but I'm not going to be demoing headless mode inside right now, but you can see the flips, it gains even more altitude, but really nice tight flips. Some of the best I've seen. So yeah, it just flies really nice indoors. I just wish the gyro wasn't like that. Like, it just messes up sometimes. I think that was good enough. It's just pretty much the same as prop guards, just a little bit more power and flight time total. And I forgot to mention, but when taking the prop guards off the screw that they go on here, actually, when you take it out, you have to put that screw back in. So it uses the same screw to hold the body in as it does the prop guard. So you don't have to keep track of another screw. It uses the same screw. So I thought that was kind of nice because I sometimes lose those screws and it's kind of annoying to have to like glue them on. So yeah, I think that was good enough. So now let's take it outside and I'll show you what it can do. Let's go check it out. Okay, here we are for the outdoor flight of the Syma X13. And let's take it up, do a little hand launch. You can see it is very stable. If you just want to get this quadcopter for really smooth indoor hovering, like stable, like look at that. I'm having to give a little input, but this thing is really quiet, really nice flight times. It's so stable. Like most Syma products, just that it gets weird sometimes. So this is in low rates. I'm giving full forward pitch right there, which means that's full forward, and like sometimes, and you can see that's full forward too. And there's no wind out right now. It's just that's full forward. The accelerometer just doesn't really like to do anything. Like, it doesn't like to get fast. It just kind of messes up. So that's about what it does in low rates. So now let's do a flip. You can see really nice flips. Let's go to high rates. You can see quite a bit more pitch to it, and you can see it can fly somewhat fast. Definitely not a speed demon with the low pitch, and that's full forward. You can see it banks nice, and that wasn't me. I was still full forward. There we go. It's starting to come. You can see the gyro just has some programming errors, I think. That's what Freaking Flyer said. Let's do a full funnel, see if it'll do anything weird. Yep, you see that? That just kind of dive bombed, but let's try some multiple flips. Nope, just one. That was one. That was two, I believe. One. Kind of hard because this one doesn't flip right as you do it. But I think that was two, but that was good enough for multi-flips. Oh, full forward, it's just weird. Like, I'm full forward right now. Like, sometimes it'll go fast, like there, like you want it to. There's no wind out right now, by the way, so that's not, it's just that's it doing its thing. So it's just kind of a weird quadcopter, but oh, full forward, it was going backwards there for a second. It's just kind of weird. It flips great, and now let's try some headless out. Switch into headless mode. There we go. And the headless actually works pretty good. I'm doing full yaw and just headless. I'm in headless right now. I'm not sure how it works so well without a magnetic compass or whatever, but without GPS too. But this is probably the best headless I've ever seen, like in a micro quad that this cheap. But the headless actually works pretty well, as you can see here. The heading is off a little bit now, but that's because I set it at the beginning of the flight. So if you're doing the return to home method, I said it's gonna be a little bit off. So let's take it away from me. Just spin it, say I'm in headless, pull back on the stick. Just pulling straight back. Whoop. Whoa, went over my head, but as you can see, it came straight back to me, so whoop, I might want to take it. I take it out of headless to get it back to me. I wasn't paying attention, but you can see that it works okay as a return to home. So yeah, it's just a weird quadcopter. Like the gyro, I don't know how to explain it. Just sometimes it just messes up, and like you can see it in the footage there. But overall, I feel like it's a pretty nice quadcopter. I'm not quite sure if I'd recommend it for flying. It doesn't go too fast, but it's really stable, and I really do like it. It's just kind of weird. But sometimes when it does crash, it's super durable though. I haven't even scratched it yet, and I've smashed it in the ground really high. So yeah, that was the video, the end of the video. So please give it a like if you liked it, and please subscribe if you aren't already to keep more videos coming on my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.